And we're going to go with the Galaxy Buds Live. This is something I've been testing for, oh my gosh, almost a month now. I quite enjoy them, but the thing on these earbuds, and whether they're Galaxy or Samsung or Apple, if they fit your ears, great. I think you're going to like them. But if not, you're just not going to like them. One thing I do like is they're really light, and when you do put them in your ears, they don't stick out and grab on clothing. They do have touch controls. The app design is really cool. I actually paired them with the OnePlus 8T that I've been testing. And you just open up the Galaxy Wear app, and those are all the settings that you can connect. There we go, change the light there. So they have equalizer, bass boost. You can actually block touch control if you want. They do have active noise canceling. I'm going to go on record in saying it's okay. It's just okay. And I think that's because they kind of rest in your ear and they're not actually going inside your outer ear canal. But the case is great. It does have wireless charging. These are magnetic, so they just easily pop right back in the case if you put them in right. There we go. And you can see right there it popped up and it shows you the charge of the case and the charge of each earbud. So if you just want to put in the left one and close the case and listen to music in your left earbud, you can do that. The other cool thing that I like about these, and they've had these for a couple years, Find My Earbuds. Now, you can't do this when they're in your ears. It's going to hurt. And here, I'll start this. Put this up near my mic. So that's how loud it gets. So if this was underneath your bed or somewhere in your car, you'd be able to find it. And then as far as volume of this sound, it's pretty good. Here, I'll play one of my favorite artists. No, not that one. Copyrighted, not that one. Copyright issues. You know, my kids use this account, so we'll just search. And if you watch any of my videos, you are familiar with Lift Operator. So the music does play pretty loud. And if I had to put these in my ears right now, it would be too loud. When I'm running outside, I usually keep them at a, what is that, like a level 12? And the sound is pretty good. I have used them running. I've used them cycling. They work great. I like how you can just wear one or both. The battery life is great. They last me all day. The wind noise when you're cycling, yeah, it's wind noise. And then as far as this device, this is the OnePlus 8T, which I really like. I've just had this not even a week yet. I did get a clear case to protect it, because it is a slippery phone. The back finish is matte, which I really like. It's not a fingerprint heavy. It's a flat screen. It's a OnePlus device. The best things it has going for it are, well, the screen. It does have the 120 refresh rate. So if you go into settings, go into display, advanced, refresh rate 120. Even with 120, I get 7 hours of battery life. So if we scroll down, click on battery. So this one just finished a beat. Let's see. Oh no, it already erased it. But if you watch one of my battery charging videos, which I published earlier today, yeah, I'm averaging 7 to 8 hours of battery life constantly. The only thing that has really eaten up the the only thing that's really eating up the battery on this is if you're playing high power games, such as, I don't know, PUBG or something like that. I've tried Harry Potter and a few others. The screen is just gorgeous, I think. And the sound quality is really good. It does have stereo speakers. In fact, let me play you a quick demo on this phone and then we'll move on to the next gadget. So if I open up YouTube, and if you search for Dolby, there we go, Dolby Atmos. I played this for my son the other day, And I know this is not going to come across, but it's still going to be good.
This is Dolby Atmos. The number of speakers around you no longer.
So that's not even cranked all the way up.
This is the world's first object-based cinematic audio.
So it's really good. The screen is gorgeous. Here, I'll turn off this light for a second so we get less glare. Look at that. It's just gorgeous screen. And then you can zoom in. So it's edge to edge. There's hardly any bezel. And my favorite thing about this screen is that it's flat. There are no curved edges. That was the reason I returned the McLaren. That was the reason I've returned the Samsung S20. Not a fan. So I love the flat screen. I love the volume rocker. The fact that it's a pure OS. And then there's this kind of little Easter egg right here. When you put it in ring mode and then you're viewing, right there in the bottom right. Oh, sorry, Fitbit alarm. Time for me to move. You can notice it lets you remember which one's which. So now the phone is on vibrate and now the phone is on silent. So I'm pretty sure this is an update to Oxygen 11, which this phone comes with. And then when it's in ring, well, you'll hear it. So that's nice, just little subtle touches. And then I love the airplane animation. Again, unique to the OnePlus UI. So it's really clean. I ordered this one through OnePlus directly, so it doesn't have any carrier software on it. And it's just a nice, smooth experience. The only thing this thing is missing, in my opinion, well, a telescoping lens, but to be honest, I use the Samsung ones, and it's a bit of a gimmick. This one does not have wireless charging, and it doesn't have an official IPX rating. Other than that, I do think it is worth $750. $700, yeah. $750 if it had wireless charging. But great battery life, and even better is the warp charging. The warp charging is just out of this world. It will go from completely dead all the way up to 100% in 35 to 40 minutes. If you're using it, 45. If you leave it off, I've done a couple tests, almost every single time it's 35 to 37 minutes. Next on the agenda, probably the phone that I've had the best packaging experience. This would be the Motorola Razr. I mean, it comes with a sunroof, and then when you first take the phone out, you know, it's in this beautiful case like this. I'm trying to recreate the experience for you. And then it comes with this really cool sunglass case, which you can probably see in my unboxing video, but just really nice presentation. So Motorola literally spared no expense when they packaged this. I do recommend getting a case for the thing, which is kind of a bummer, but the Razr is nice. What it has going for it is the portability. You have that folding screen. Now, to compare the sound, which is an unfair comparison because this one does not have Dolby Digital, but I'll play it for you anyway, just so you can see the comparison between the two phones. Here we go. Crank this up. So this has a single firing speaker on the bottom of the phone right there.
This is Dolby Cinema. It's where the most advanced cinematic technology.
And now it's all muffled.
Begins.
But the screen is still nice.
This is Dolby Atmos.
I mean, for a foldable screen, it does have live captioning, which is nice. And so does the OnePlus 8T, if you like one, and then if you like live captioning. And then even better, when I close it, I can unlock this external screen, quickly go to YouTube, and pick off right where I was. And then yes, you can quickly access. So the ability to watch a tiny little movie on the external screen and save battery is pretty cool. And then taking calls on the device, someone asked me about this, so I'll just show you in the demo. So I'll dial that number. This is where it comes in handy to have multiple phones. I just need to remember that phone number. It's a new phone number. Hang on. Where's my assistant when I need one? Ah, there we go. And this is why I normally don't do live. So that's what it looks like. And then right from this area, you can click answer, and then it's going to be on speaker. So pretty cool. And then when you're making phone calls, the same thing happens in reverse. You can go to the thumb app, you can go to the phone app, go to recents, redial that person, put it on speakerphone, and then as soon as they answer, there we go. Feedback. So there you go. It's a really cool device. The $1,300 price tag is definitely going to have a lot of people pass out, but I like it. The battery life, it's only 2,800 milliamps, whereas the OnePlus, for half the price, you get dual batteries. You get the warp charging. This has turbo power charging. This gets about 3, maybe 4 hours of screen time. This is getting 6 to 8 hours of screen time. If you switch this to the 60 hertz, I think you could probably easily get 9 hours of screen time. So definitely more of a power device for half the money. Okay, next, I am still rocking the Garmin Vivoactive 4 Darth Vader watch. Really like it, very accurate. Garmin just makes a solid smartwatch. They're great. And then I charged this for the video as well. This is the Polar Grit X, not full yet. Nice little humor. Just a great smartwatch. More of a smart fitness watch, I would say. But it's quite accurate. I love the GPS. The GPS has been great. It tracks your step. It tracks your sleep. Really good information on the watch. The other watch I've been wearing as of late, the Fitbit Sense. The Fitbit Sense is nice. I would really like Fitbit to utilize some of the technology that they have, well, that they purchased from Pebble. Oh, we have a question. Hang on. Okay, so we have a question from Philippe. So yes, ask away. So we'll see what he asks. So as far as the accuracy of the Fitbit Sense, I mean, it's a Fitbit. This is their newest one, and this is the most expensive device they've ever made. It does so much. I mean, it's tracking your heart rate, flights of stairs, steps. At night, if you use this special watch face, which, oh man, Fitbit, what were you thinking? The worst idea ever to make it, that's just horrible. The way Garmin does it is you just tell it, oh, track my blood oxygen at night. Oh, track it all day. Done. You don't have to have a special watch face. And Garmin's been tracking it for almost 2 years. So kind of late in the game, Fitbit, and I think you should have tested the Garmin before you made it. The other thing that I think most people are really going to dislike, the lack of a physical button. Now this one has button overload. It has 5 buttons. You can navigate the complete phone without touching the screen. Garmin has 2 buttons, which they do great. You know, after a while, you just memorize what you need to do, and it just works. Fitbit is relying completely on the touchscreen and this haptic button, and you can actually feel it vibrate each time you press. It's in a weird position, so when it's on your wrist, like the Fitbit Versa, you have to really dig underneath to activate it, and it's quite awkward. I've tried it on the left, tried it on the right, and it's wonky. The watch faces are nice. It is great that they actually put on here that you can change the watch faces. The watch faces that they have, well, they're just okay. They're not great for, I don't know how big the company is, but now the watch face itself, not the clocks, is great. So the navigation is pretty easy, but you see right there, I'm trying to exit and it didn't. So sometimes the back swipe doesn't work. See, and it's still kind of stuck in there. So now if we swipe to the right, you notice the navigation is now changed because I changed the watch face. What's up with that? That's, yeah. And now it thinks I want to do EKG. The EKG works. You put it on and yeah. So just put it on there, and then you just hold it for 30 seconds and then it does your EKG. I've shown that in the other videos. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And then all you have to do is go inside the app and you view that. I've shown that before. I don't think I can show that live. That would take too long. The funny thing is, here's the twin, right? Both of these have come out pretty much at the same time. I actually got the Versa 3 before, but I wanted to wait. So they're almost identical. The casing's different. This one has a metal aluminum casing. The back is different. This one does oxygen and ECG from the Sense, where this one does everything else. And they both have sleep and the sleep stats. The sleep stats are pretty cool. You just swipe up on the device, keep going down, and there's my sleep. 6 hours and 36 minutes, which is funny because I wore both of these last night, and this one recorded sleep a half an hour more. But the sleep data is great, just like Fitbit. They've added a sleep score, which is nice. Kind of give you a rating. So I got a 78 last night. And that's about it for the gadgets. Oh, I did start wearing this. I'll be coming out with a video on the Polar H10 heart rate monitor. A friend of mine asked me, you know, which one's more accurate? Should I be tracking my heart rate with a chest strap, or should I be using a wrist smartwatch? Well, you'll have to watch the video. The data, I was surprised. I was surprised on the accuracy differences between wrist heart rate and a chest strap. The chest strap technology has been around since, I think I had my first one in 1998, 1999. So they've been doing it for 2 decades, whereas this is about, what, 4 or 5 years old? Not this watch, but the wrist heart rate. And the other gadget that I mentioned, this one. This is one of my favorite, actually. This is a charging brick by Anker, the PowerPort 3 Nano. And I bought this because when I travel, I don't want to carry around those really big charging bricks. You know, for example, this one right here to charge my MacBook Air. I mean, oh, it's so huge, right? Well, if you look, let me zoom in here. I don't know if that's going to come through. So that's a 30-watt charger. This does 20 watts. So if I really needed to, in a pinch, I could charge my laptop with this little device. And then it also does low charging, so I could charge a lot of my other devices. I don't know that I would charge a smartwatch with this one, but I would definitely prefer to carry 2 chargers instead of 3 or 4. So what Anker is doing with the technology is awesome. You can pick these up on Amazon for about $15 to $20, depending on what sale they're running on Anker. But the portability is great, and it's the exact same size as the original 5-watt charger that Apple did. I did some tests, and I charged this OnePlus device, this OnePlus 8T, and it worked. It didn't charge it as fast. Neither device overheated, and I love that they went with USB-C. Next is the one that I've been testing probably the longest out of all these gadgets, and that is the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active. I got this back in November, almost a full year ago. What a champ. I don't know what else to say. It's a great smartwatch. Unlike Fitbit, it has awesome watch faces. This was the Pilot Lusank that I just downloaded yesterday. Here's a white gold hybrid watch face. The watch faces are gorgeous. And I'll go on record again, the watch faces by Samsung, hands down, way better than the watch faces than Apple. I just recently had to turn back in the Apple Watch SE, which I liked very, very much. I didn't wear this to bed last night. I've done that before where I wear more than one watch, and it's a bit strange. So which one of these do I recommend? Well, I'm not going to recommend the Fitbits, not even the Sense. It's just, yeah, sorry, they look so alike. This is the Versa 3, which I don't recommend, and this is the Fitbit Sense, which I don't recommend. I need a few more days to tabulate all my thoughts. The main reason, it's trying so hard to do so much, and it's kind of missing. Like, for example, when it changes the navigation, oh, now it works. So for a device that completely relies upon the touchscreen, sometimes it fails. The watch faces are inadequate. The whole stress measurement thing and the EDA scan, I'm not a true believer. But you might feel differently. They do have a 45-day return policy, so that's nice. The top two, well, my top three watches right now, well, probably top four that I don't think you're wrong with. The Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2, you can pick these up used for $200, $150. It's a nice smooth screen. It looks better when you have the watch band on. I've been wearing this in my sock so I can track my heart rate. The Garmin Vivoactive 4, great smartwatch. Again, more of a fitness smartwatch. And the Polar Grit X falls into the same category. So if you don't want really cool watch faces and you really care about accuracy and heart rate, and you want really great coaching from Polar, this is the watch to get. And you don't have to get the Polar Grit X. They have a few other variations that you can get on the Polar website. And I'll put that link below in the description after this video finishes. And the Apple Watch SE, which sadly I don't have anymore, it falls in the same category as the Samsung Galaxy Watch, the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2, where it's a true smartwatch and it does fitness quite well. Not as good as Garmin, but the accuracy is pretty good. Oh, I just got a notification for my YouTube live video, which is going on now. So there you have it. All my gadgets that I've been working with. This one's going back for several reasons, which I'll just take. The main reason is the screen. I just worry. I know Motorola's done their testing, but I worry that in a year from now, the screen's gonna be not as good. It's great right now, but after that warranty completes, I have concerns. I would like to keep this one. Maybe I can sell some of this stuff and keep the OnePlus 8T. We'll see what I can do. But again, thumbs down for the new Fitbits, the Versa and the Sense. Sorry, Fitbit. You should have updated and brought back the Surge 2. That's my opinion. And also a huge thumbs up for the new Anker device. It's been awesome. Great little travel power brick. And you can see right there in the stats that it does do 15 watt and 18 watt charging. So pretty cool, great design, love the price tag. Well, if there are no more questions, we'll just end this QA video and call it a day. Here, let me switch the camera angle. So there you have it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Let me know if you do have any questions about any of the gadgets that we talked about today. Let's see if we can change something. We'll go to nice noir. There we go. Thanks for coming by. I'll plan another live video in a few weeks after I iron out some details. And you know what? There was one more thing. This is another gadget that I was testing for OnePlus. This is their first wireless charging cradle, which is pretty cool. You know, it's high wattage. I believe it's a 30 watt or 45 watt charger. I'll have to look into that. Pretty cool. I need a different phone to test it. I had a Samsung phone coming and it fell through. Sorry that didn't work out, T-Mobile, but I still like you. Maybe I'll have to get one through other means. And a follow-up on this favorite charger. Let me switch screens. This is the UTech, which I charge my iPhone SE that I'm filming on right now. Great charger. It has a fan, and it just works. You know, you just put your phone on there, and then as soon as it registers that it's wireless, it starts charging. Stay Puffed. He loves the device. It's great. And that's about it. Oh, I also had this one. This one's okay. The thing, I prefer this one because it's a fan and it cools off my phone while it's charging. Whereas these flat chargers, even the new Magnite or whatever it's called, when you put your phone on there, it's not getting much airflow and it could have a tendency to overheat. And over time, I would worry about that. And then it also has a spot where you can charge your Apple Watch. But I don't know if I'm going to keep this one. I might do a giveaway or something. Who knows? And that's it. That's all I have for today. If you have any questions, pithy comments, type those down below. And we'll see you again later this week with a, what do you call it? An exit video? Yeah, kind of a reboxing of the Motorola Razr 5G. And I'll have a swimming video about the Samsung Galaxy Watch 3. Thanks a lot for tuning in. See you again real soon. Goodbye.